Bob Dalton coming to you from Allendale's trading floor here in McHenry, Illinois. It is Monday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you out there. The grain market today, sluggish. We pulled back the corn pretty good, pulled back the beans pretty well also, and the wheat even lost some of its strength going into the close here today. Got some news overnight that Iraq bought some wheat from us, about 200,000 tons. That was a significant purchase, one of the few large purchases that have come through the U.S. in recent weeks. So that's good to hear. Someone's coming in and buying some wheat from us now, trying to justify these prices that we put on the board. And we also had China go to Australia and buy feed wheat rather than corn from the U.S. They bought Australian feed wheat, which was looked at as bearish for the corn market today. We also had crude oil down, the dollar stronger. So perfect recipe, perfect storm for pullback here today in the grains. Corn did finish down 10 3/4 in the March. 6.95 3/4 is where we settled up. The high today 7.10 1/2. Soybeans 14.02 3/4 is where those settled. March contract down 13 1/4. The high today was 14.24 3/4. And then the wheat market finishing off its highs as well, although it did hold on to 5 points better for today's trade. 8.72 even is where we settled up. 8.84 3/4 was the high. So even with some tenders coming in for U.S. wheat, we saw the wheat pull back off of its highs due to the weakness in the corn and soybeans as well. I'm going to have to agree with. Right now, crude oil down 70 at 84.88. A lot of unstable geopolitical issues over in the Middle East right now. Keep a close eye on crude oil charts. Support lines you're going to want to pay attention to there. Possibly buying if we get disruptions out in the Middle East with all the rioting we're seeing now in Iran. Ever since Egypt got what they were looking for, you're going to see other countries now, the people start to step up and demand some of the same. So keep an eye on tensions in the Middle East. We have issues over there right now, like I said, in Iran specifically, and some of the other countries surrounding Saudi Arabia. I know the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet, I don't want to say is in the line of fire, but it's very close. Their dock, if you will, is very close to where some of this rioting is occurring, and they are using tear gas and whatnot to keep people away from the U.S. military vessels. So it could get real hairy real quick out there. Just keep an eye on things right there and pay specific attention to the Brent crude and NYMEX crude contracts, as well as some of the distillates that come from those items, such as your heating oil, which rallied today, RBOB rallied today. It's going to get interesting in the energies. Dollar right now up 15 points, 78.71 1/2. Dollar should see some resistance come in here up above 79. We take that out. And again, in the Middle East, the issues in the Middle East could hold some strength for the dollar yet. You may want to get long this dollar here soon enough if we take out the top end resistance. Over to the cattle market today, another exciting day in cattle. Really no strong news came out that would cause us to pick up the phone and say buy, buy, buy. But somebody was out there doing it. You got live cattle right now settled up $1.42 1/2 at 109.20. Feeder cattle today up 2.35 in the nearby contract. Actually, that's the March contract. 128.73, 37 1/2 is where they settled up today. We saw August go and make new contract highs in the feeders, by the way. That's one of the contracts I was watching. I'm sure some of the more deferreds were all making contract highs with the strength. And then hogs were up only 7 1/2 today in that April contract, 92.45. The only news that I heard of, the only news I heard coming out of the cattle market today was that the Oklahoma City auctions opened up again today. We didn't have any trading last week due to weather, from what I was told, and they did open up and have auctions here this morning. I didn't hear anything as far as prices going through there or how many head went through and sales were made, but I have to assume that something good was going on in Oklahoma City. Otherwise, I just got to tell you, it's a money flow issue. We saw continued buying off of the strong close last week in the cattle, and they came in and did it again today. Does supply and demand dictate that we need to be over 109 pushing 110 in nearby fat cattle contracts? Probably not, considering we heard like 104, 105 cash trades last week, and you got the spread between choice and select very tight right now. Restaurants haven't been selling meat. It's been too snowy across the Midwest, out east. Also seeing snow issues of their own this year. The restaurants aren't moving the meat. Are the prices accurate? Are the prices something that we can justify right now to the end users? The answer is no, but it is what it is. Okay, as long as there's money coming into these markets to the long side, the prices are going to continue going up. If you have questions or need to get cattle hedged or want to talk about suggestions on cattle marketing, feel free to give us a call. We're also conducting marketing meetings right now for the grain, putting together some strategies that you can use on this year's operation. Some of the numbers that we're able to protect as far as revenue per acre on the grains right now are really and truly unbelievable. And I don't think you're going to realize what type of revenue is out there right now for the taking until you actually put pen to paper or talk with a broker here and have us put a spreadsheet together. For example, $1,000 an acre on corn is not uncommon this year if you have a decent yield, 180 or better on corn with some of the strategies we're using. The soybean numbers are very good as well. Call up, set up a marketing meeting. Doesn't cost you anything. We'll be more than happy to do it for you. Phone number here is 800-262-7538. Also, a couple other things to note. We're going to have our acreage survey, prospective planning surveys kick off here soon enough. Be ready to contribute. We need your contributions this year. It's that up in the air right now as to who's doing what with which grains. How many acres of corn, how many acres of beans, what are we going to see out there? There's a lot of people saying one thing, and there's just as many saying they're planting something else. So it is imperative that you work with us this year so that we can get you the best marketing strategies out there. Once these acreage numbers come in, we will hopefully have the strongest survey number again this year, closest to the most accurate number out there in the industry, and that's due largely in part to you farmers out there giving us accurate information. So we'll be contacting you all soon enough on that, or you can call in and give us the survey answers over the phone or on the website. We'll be taking that survey as well, www.allendale-inc.com. I think that's about it. Enough information here for today. If I missed anything that you want to cover with us, give us a call. We do have brokers in here after 6 p.m. at night now doing these marketing meetings. If you call in after 6, 9 times out of 10, somebody will be here and able to answer the phone. So give us a call. Enjoy your day, and we'll talk to you again here very soon.